That F5 key. No, it doesn't even say F5 anymore.
I wish I was playing 10 years ago because I'm pretty sure I would have got some 10k finish.
Mind your business.
A certain Egyptian king is being ignored.
Say Maximin.
Oh my goodness. What's happening, people? We are back with another episode of Only One Bonus Point, a light take on a deep game. We're your hosts. My name is RJ.
And my name is Ray. How's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm good, cuz. I'm good. Football has been good to me. It's been good to me. Well, it's been good to us, hasn't it? It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. So yeah, just that's just been the highlight of my week. Otherwise, I've just been working. So FPL's been good. FPL's been very good. What do you say?
Yes, yeah, likewise, really, man. I mean, football first, of course. Our team's always fantastic, and when we get a victory, and then if you get a sprinkle of a green arrow with FPL, even if it's tiny, it still counts. Pause.
Mine ain't tiny.
Look at this guy.
Mine ain't tiny. He'll make me choke. But anyway, Ray, stop. Before we go into anything today, guys, I would have to ask you to like and subscribe on the video. Information is down there. But for those listening on the audio, my handle on Twitter or X is @_only1RJ.
And I am @Ray_Cure. And also you can follow us at Only One Bonus Point with the letter one, with the number one, sorry. And also Law at Only1_Law with the number one. And you can email us onlyoneBonusPoint@gmail.com with the number one. So RJ, my man, what are we going through today?
So today we're going to do we always say this sometimes and it doesn't happen, but a short episode today. We're going to go through our points. We're going to go through our heroes and zeros, and then we're going to have a look at our teams and the fixtures for next game week 11. As you can see, Lorraine here, he wasn't able to make it today, but we've got his points as well. Don't worry about that. Ray. So, as you know, and all the new listeners and anyone that's always been listening anyway, you know, the one with the lowest score goes first. Because, that's what we like to do. We like to embarrass them a little bit. Who's going first today this week?
It is Law. What a coincidence he can't make it today. That's just...
Yeah. He couldn't turn up today. I wonder why. 67 points. Ugh. Ray, do you want to go for his team? Do you want to read it out for the audio?
Yeah, sure. So we got anyone with Manchester United, that's it. Just makes me laugh right now, bro.
Listen, you were one of them, okay? You were one of them.
That's true. Now I'm throwing stones. Yeah, so Anana with 2, Tarkovsky with 6. I gotta say, he's performed well for Law. Udogi with 0. And he didn't have anyone coming off the bench, so he actually only had 10 players this week.
Yep.
Trippier with 0, Son with 10, Bruno with 1, Saka with 6, Maddison with 6, Gordon with 2, Watkins with 2, and Captain Haaland 32. So well done, both of you there. He made no transfers, which is brilliant. And his game week rank is about 4.8 million. And his overall rank, I think, is about between 800 and 900,000. I didn't quite get that, but still, it's a really good space to be when we're still at the early stages of the season. So, yeah.
Did we... So his game week rank is 4.8. Overall rank, he says 800.
I'm guessing. It's about that, between 800 and 900k.
Let's not guess. His overall rank at the moment... Ooh, well done, Ray. 810k.
That's very good.
810k is his game week rank. So it's a small red arrow for him. I'm not sure on how I don't think it's a massive one. It's a small red arrow. So yeah, he's surviving, and his total points at the moment is 625. And next up, Also, this is the reason
is.
why you shouldn't have a poor bench. This is why you shouldn't have a poor bench. This is what will get you.
There'll be a little chit chat I want to share with you about that a bit later. But
Mm.
yeah, absolutely. So next up with a massive 1 point more is moi.
Oh wow.
So
I didn't actually know you
Areola
guys scored this week.
Yeah, well, Areola with 3 felt like a return, man. Goalkeepers now, if they get a save point, I treat it like a return, pretty much, because
Good enough.
they're all dead at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor with 6, who came off the bench for Udogi, so massive bit of jam there. We love it. Burn with 0, Cash with 5, Salah with 16. The goal was hilarious. Saka with 6, Adingra with 2. Oh, I felt so unlucky with this one, RJ.
Yeah, I feel like he definitely could have got more points there.
Yeah. Son with 10, guy can't stop. Haaland with 16, bad man. Watkins with 2, Solanke with 2. Turner with 2, Udogi with 0, Chukwemeka with 0. Obviously, he's injured, and Guehi with 1. Game week rank 4.7 mil. Overall rank 2.7 mil. And overall points is.
So wait, is this a green arrow though? This is a green arrow though, isn't it?
40k.
Yes. Okay, that's good. No, that's good.
And overall points
we want green.
is 586. Yeah. We want green, exactly. We celebrate.
We want green, that's it. That's all that matters. It has to be green. So like I said, I didn't know you guys points, but I knew I was the top scorer this week. I knew it. I just knew it.
Oh my god.
I just knew it. It's near it. So I got 79 points. Extremely happy with this. It's a 1.4 million game week rank. So it ain't even that impressive in terms of the game week rank. I had Johnson in goal for a whopping 1 point. Cash with 5. Lascelles got me 0. Saliba got a 7 with a cheeky bonus point in there. Diogo Jota repaid my faith in returning. Son with 10. Saka with 6. Salah with 8. Lovely. Morris, we're going to have to break up this relationship with 2. Alvarez with 2. And Captain Haaland with 32. Big points for me. And that is a mighty 380k rise. So I am 655k overall rank, and my overall points are 630. So It was Haaland captain somehow was a massive differential. And my flop this week was Lascelles. So it was a good game week, a very good game week. I'm very happy with that.
And 0 transfers, isn't it? So you
rolled 0 transfers. Yeah, so I rolled my transfer. I rolled my transfer.
Off.
Yeah. Ray, I must say though, the Haaland captain, we told you, bro. That was a simple choice. Like I'm so shocked. Like the way United have been playing, it was just there was no way it wasn't gonna happen. So I'm just glad it pulled off, because then they'd be like, oh yeah, you should have gone for Salah. Yeah, so man, we move. We take the green arrow, we take our chips, and we run with it.
So at the moment, for those who would be listening on audio on the pod, is RJ has currently frozen, but he's got the most beautiful grin and smug smile from his score.
Yes.
It's just an absolute picture right now.
Yes.
So we're going to keep it that way.
Okay, so I realized my screen is frozen, but I didn't know if you could see it or not, if you could still see me moving or not. But you know what? It's fine. As long as you can hear me and hear my joy and see it, that's all that matters.
Exactly.
I don't think you
So
can see it anymore.
RJ.
Yes.
To stick to the joy that you're currently experiencing, why don't you give us your hero, sir?
All right. So my first hero has got to be, because he gets a lot of stick, and I'm slightly biased, but I don't care. Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah.
That third goal, finish his hat trick. I've never seen him score any goal like that, and that was nothing but complete confidence. That is Eddie playing when he's fully confident. I don't know, those first 2 goals, he scored them, but I don't think I've ever seen him shoot from that distance, let alone shoot and miss. I don't think I've ever seen him shoot from that distance. So yeah, I've got to give it to Eddie. He had a great game. He didn't have a good game against in the midweek, but we'll take it. Definitely gonna have to give it to Eddie and Ketia.
Yeah. Mine will be one of your favourites from Newcastle, Callum Wilson.
Oh, my guy. He doesn't stop.
He's a devastating finisher, isn't he, RJ? He's devastating.
Yeah. We've said it so many times. If it wasn't for his injuries, he'd be in the top 6 side. Easy. Anyone would take him. It literally is just that.
If and when Newcastle have everyone fit, I still don't think he's in Howe's 11.
No, which is worrying. I don't get it. Yeah. But again, it must be the injury thing. It's got to be.
Probably.
Because it's not, his position is amazing. His finishing is amazing. He's not slow, but he's not the fastest. So maybe it restricts how Newcastle can play because it's a bit more versatile. But I still think he deserves to start. They need to find a way to incorporate them both. They just have to.
Agree.
All right, so
for every hero, there is a zero, and there's a long list, bro.
Go on. Who's your first? Who's your zero? Go on. We're only doing one.
It's called Turner. Did you see? He must have captain Salah. He must have captain Salah. So I think it was Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai just cleared it long. And for some reason, a good 60 yards out, Turner decided to run out, completely miss 60 yards, closer to the halfway line. And he decided that he kind of overshot his run and it bounced kind of over him and he kind of tipped out his hand, missed. Salah chested it and rolled it in from about 20 yards out. And it was absolutely hilarious.
People are wondering why we got rid of him. Yeah. We got money for him, We got money for him. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Turner for me. Yeah. What about you, my man?
I think some people think it's harsh, but I don't think he showed up at all in a big game when he's supposed to be the one player that's playing okay, right? Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
He was a passenger in that game. I know City is City, but I also don't think City were at their best. No. I don't think that's the best City we've seen that destroyed United. Because if that was normal City, that'd have been 6-0 because United were awful. No. Awful. Like this. It's just... It was essential beating. It wasn't quite the pounding we said it was going to be.
It wasn't quite the pounding you were the rhythms you were doing last week.
But... It was just essential beating. It definitely was. But I've got to give it to Bruno Fernandes because where's he been? Where you're supposed to be that player, the world class midfielder to bring up your team, the captain. I mean, where have you been? So I'm giving it to Bruno Fernandes.
He doesn't even have the personality, in my opinion.
No, he doesn't
do that, isn't it? Like he's so moany and arms up and all this. It's just that wouldn't motivate me if he was my captain.
That's what I'm saying. The only thing he's got is to play by example, but lead by example, and he's not doing that.
No.
So you're just being toxic. You're just stinking out the team. You're rotting the team out from the inside. And I'm not gonna lie, I love it.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous.
Flipping love it. Listen, I love it. So Ray, looking forward, well, game week 11 coming up.
Yes, sir.
The fixture swings are starting to come in now. Which game in particular are you looking forward to this game week, or which one are you targeting, shall we say? If we haven't looked at your team yet, but
we can go straight to the fixtures. I don't mind. Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go. Let's go to it.
I would say, apart from obviously the obvious games, Liverpool playing Luton and Man City as well. The one that really interests me, I'd say, is Brentford West Ham, because Mbumo is kind of when they play 3-5-2, Mbumo plays up front, and they'll play that against bigger teams, and he looks he's just
So
the main
much
man,
better.
isn't it? But when they play
Mhm.
4-3-3, he plays out on the wing. But again, he's not expensive, you know. You got to compare it. But for West Ham, it's Kudus. You know, we spoke a
See how
little
good
bit
he's
about him
showing
last
up now,
week,
yeah.
and he was
He
the
ripped us
way
up as well.
defensively, he was brilliant as well. Like, we just couldn't. In the first 10, 15 minutes, I thought we were very good in the Carabao Cup. We were controlling play. We were creating almost chances. But then after they got their goal, like, Kudus was fantastic. And
I think he might have... Sorry, go on. You go.
I expect him to play behind the front man because Paqueta and Alvarez are both suspended for this game against Brentford.
That's
So
a shout.
Kudus. So it really is kind of eyes on Mbumo and Kudus because Bowen's quite expensive now. He's 7.4 million. That's a lot. So he's kind of out of the range I'm looking at now, but that would be the fixture that really interests me regarding potential assets. What about you?
See, before we
you want to say something about Kudus? Sorry.
Yeah, just I don't know if he had like a little chip on his shoulder because he was meant to come into Arsenal, but defending is not normally his game. But as you said, he was defending incredible against us, and it was like this guy's trying to. He's got a point to prove, and I don't know if that was against Arsenal or if it's a point to prove that he's in why he's in the Premier League at West Ham. So yeah, you're right. Watching him behind the striker is going to be interesting to watch. That's a position that me and Law said that we prefer him in, and we've seen him in.
You did.
So
you did.
Yeah, away from home, let's see how they play. For me, I think it's between the Newcastle and Arsenal game and the Spurs and Chelsea game, and it really does depend on which Chelsea shows up. Because if Chelsea play how they played against us, then this game could be quite interesting. I'd like to see how Spurs will react Monday evening against a better opposition because they haven't really played anyone yet. They've played a couple big games and they've drawn, but they've not lost. So I actually want to see who will step up. Will Son and Maddison be doing the same thing they've been doing every game week? Or will Sterling, Palmer show up?
Yep.
Because right now those are, and Mudryk as well. Because I don't know, he's not injured, is he? He was just off for that one game, right?
Yes, he was. Yeah, for the one game. Yeah.
So this is their chance to show that they can play against the bigger teams. Like I know they lost their last week, but I feel like when it's Chelsea, when it's Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal, United, the top six, Newcastle, the game's different. The game is very different. So I want to see how they show up. But yeah, Newcastle, Arsenal's gonna be fiery. I am not confident, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we can go through a few games, but yeah, it's a toss up with this one. I mean, a sort of spoiler, but you know, like in Solanke to Nketiah is just so obvious for me because I'm planning ahead. I'm planning ahead more than just this game. It's just like I got to get rid of Solanke because I don't really have a great bench in regards to me expecting any returns. So I'm like, look, just do it now. But yeah, Newcastle at home are just so exceptional, and we say this almost every week when we see them play at home.
And the atmosphere is crazy.
Oh my goodness. Electric, isn't it? Even when they lost to Dortmund in the Champions League, like they could have won that game. They had so many opportunities. And also, you can't even tell that Botman's been out for long because Lascelles is thriving.
Yeah. Do you know what we forget as well? Lascelles is their captain.
I do forget.
He's a club captain. So it's like, all right, you know what? He was never a bad defender. He was just always getting injured. So, yeah.
And just had so much. Duff around.
I do wonder if Botman comes back into the squad when he's fit. I do wonder. Because that would make sense, right? But Lascelles, as you said, is thriving. He's not doing anything wrong. So why would they mess with it? I don't know. Let's see. But my 3.9 million asset is doing well.
Bro. Just gold dust
still
at the moment.
I think he's still 3.9 as well.
He's 4 now.
He's 4 now. Oh, wow.
He's 4 now.
Okay, that's why my team value is going up quite a bit because I think a few players have gone up right in this last week. Everyone's been transferring like crazy. No one's sticking to their plan.
No,
I don't think anyone's
about
sticking
it.
to their plan. It's just like, yeah, it's out the window because my gaming rank is this and that. It's a mad season. It's a very mad season. So Ray, not looking at the obvious games you said, Everton, Brighton. Everton seem to be hitting some kind of form. I like to say that some kind of form. And Brighton have a point to prove.
And my number 2 troll ever, DCL, is starting to perform now.
Where has he been for God knows how long?
He's just been injured for so long, but when he's fit and firing, he is brilliant, isn't he? Brilliant. You know, he's got all the facets.
Last game, that first touch that brought him into space was incredible.
Yeah,
and that's what he brings. It's just it's when he shows up.
Yeah,
and at home against Brighton, whose defense isn't the best right now. But again, it's a Brighton that hasn't been performing the way that everyone thought they would. You've got Adingra, Ansu Fati, Matoma's back, and I'm missing one more. Who am I missing? Pascal Gross and Ferguson.
Yeah.
March is injured at the moment, so there's no March.
Yeah, well, you've kind of delved into it. You know, Brighton are hitting a set of really nice fixtures on paper now, which is why I got Adingra, not only for the amazing price, but also thinking that he's going to start a lot of the games. Hopefully, you know, if you gave a top 3 for Brighton assets that you would bring in, who would be kind of like your top 3 that you'd advocate?
Well, because of the press conference last week, Adingra has to be the first one because De Zerbi was talking highly of him, and he's also talking about putting him in attacking position. So he's going to play, and the further forward, the better. Obviously, another person I mentioned, I'm annoyed because I mentioned him and I didn't put it in last week. Ferguson, 6 million, decent striker, and Welbeck's injured. I know there's a switching with João Pedro, but I think Ferguson fits their team a bit better, and they can also play João Pedro behind him.
Yep.
So, I mean, if they're going to do that, then Ferguson is definitely the shout, and of course, Mitoma. That's the 3. It has to be those 3.
Mitoma misses his Stupinian, doesn't he? He just doesn't look as
greatly. I think the whole team misses. The whole team misses him.
Yes,
but the whole team misses him defensively, and his runs down on the wing he's a massive blow to their team. But
yeah,
I mean, he's supposed to be back in November, right?
Yeah, he's training. Yeah, he's training now, by the way. Yeah,
he's not with a ball though, is he?
No, it's you're right. It's just running and
so they're gonna suffer.
Oh, definitely. I mean, another game as well is Luton Liverpool, but you know, Darwin Núñez is getting a lot of hype in the last week. Do you think it's a lot of hype, or do you think? I mean, obviously, circumstances with Luis Diaz, God willing, they find his dad healthy and all that kind of stuff.
Crazy, man. That's insane. Man. Yeah, praise out to the whole family, man.
Yeah, big time, man. Big time. They had a massive parade and saying, you know, return him and stuff like that. It was quite heartwarming and everything like that. So hopefully they'll find him fit and well. But Darwin Núñez is getting opportunities, and I don't know if you saw his goal in midweek. It was quite funny. Yeah. Like a ball came over the top, he completely miscontrolled it, then suddenly cuts in and whacked it. If you wanted to know what Darwin Núñez is in one segment, you saw it right there.
That was it, right there.
Chaos machine, isn't it? Yeah. Pure chaos machine.
I think this is. Do you know what though? I do think Liverpool look better with him up front rather than Gakpo. I know that's Gakpo's better position because Gakpo didn't look good in the midfield, but Darwin, it's the chaos, as you said. If he's not doing something on the ball, he's causing chaos for other defenders, and that leaves space for Jota or Salah or Gakpo or Szoboszlai, who's freaking incredible, Szoboszlai, to get in. And he's such a unselfish player. He's always looking for everybody else rather than just finishing it himself. Szoboszlai is so good, but I think Darwin brings a better balance, even though he might not be finishing all his chances. So against Luton, they're at home. I said they aren't the whipping boys, which I don't think they are still, but they need points. But Liverpool are in form right now. So I think the hype on Darwin Núñez is deserved. I think he'll do well. I just hope he doesn't take Jota out of the team because then I'll be fuming.
Yeah.
Did Jota play midweek?
No. And Darwin came off the bench.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. So yeah, Luton, it would be funny for them to get that act together against Liverpool.
That would be quite funny.
It's such a Luton. It'll be such a Liverpool thing to happen, isn't it? It'll be so Liverpool if that was happening. So yeah, let's see. Who else from Liverpool do you think is another shout? Obviously Salah, but
yeah, I mean, Tsimikas is a gift. We spoke about him, but it's almost like a luxury to get him in, unless you downgrade Udogie or Cash. Or no way should you do Cash right now to try and compensate getting someone else in. So something that I could have done a week on Monday, but not now because I've been priced out. I could have done Solanke and Udogie to Tsimikas and Darwin for -4. I could have made those two moves, taken out those players. But now I can't do that. I'll need to bring in Lascelles or something like that. So Tsimikas, so Salah first, of course. I'd say Tsimikas second, and I'd say Darwin at the moment. And a lot is because I really love Darwin the player, but because I accept what he is. But the issue with him is because they have so many outstanding attackers. Is if you gave me Nketiah or Darwin right now, I think Nketiah will get more minutes than Darwin between now and December. And then when you look at that money that you're saving, which is about 1 million, which is almost 2 million, RJ, which is massive, you can use that money elsewhere, isn't it? And we're going to need to rely on our squad pretty soon because in December, I think all the teams have like 7 Premier League games.
So
we need our squad. Innit? We need our squad in December.
What is it? That's 2.2 million on top because Eddie's 5.5, right? Yeah, and those everyone laughs at the 0.2, but that 0.2 is important. When you get stuck with that 0.1, you'll learn. You'll learn the hard way.
Everyone's learned. Everyone's learned.
Oh, mate, it's true. It's true. But we might have some new players that just don't know yet. And yeah, you got to count your pennies from now. Now is the time to start building that full 15 squad. It really is important. Arsenal.
Yep. Yeah.
Any other fixtures stick out for you, Ray?
Yeah, you kind of covered it with Spurs Chelsea. I think understandably that and the Newcastle Arsenal games are the games of the game week. Maybe a last point before we go to our plans in game week 11. Is in Newcastle. It's really interesting because they got a lot of assets. For example, when Botman got injured, I thought they were going to bring Burn into the middle and then play Hall or Livramento out wide. And then we saw them in midweek. Livramento and Hall were just brilliant, RJ. They just destroyed Manchester United.
Livramento is so unlucky with Trippier.
And I also thought that maybe Trippier would go as left back and Livramento on the right, or or
just fitting them both in,
like yeah, you could, but then Hall comes in and he was absolutely brilliant. So, but obviously those aren't assets to go for. But I think one that almost everyone will eventually go for is Anthony Gordon. We spoke about this. We cannot believe how good he is at this point.
Yeah,
I
won't take praise. It's just more you and you and Law really been backing him, and I've seen how good he's been. I've just been thinking, nah, he's not going to get FPL points. He's not going to get FPL points, and he's getting points.
He played false 9 against Manchester United. He played false 9 against Man U midweek, and Wilson was on the bench.
And he bullied that defense.
Yeah. I mean, Evans, Maguire, but yeah. Still, he bullied
Doesn't
them.
matter. That's their team. I don't care. That's their team. Running them ragged. Who told them to play them? Varane is there. Varane keeps sitting on the bench, and I don't know why. What is Ten Hag doing? It's a
Let's
madness.
quickly make a
It's
segment. Let's just
maddening.
talk about Manchester United.
Oh, brother. Blow up their badge so we can look at it and laugh. No, I'm joking. Bro, it wasn't very clear to see from the beginning that Rashford was their only shining light last season. I would dare say De Gea as well. But take away Rashford's goals, this is what you get.
Yeah.
And they've been bad for a few years now. It's like I feel like I'm going mad because I say it. I've been saying it like every year, and everyone just thinks I have a hate for United, but they're not good.
No,
they're not good. It's like everyone. We're starting to see it now with the numbers and like the amount of losses, and they've lost 5 out of 10. It's getting to the point, yeah, and I hope it doesn't, where it's not becoming funny anymore. It's like do something about it, but bro, I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving this decline. I'm loving it. I'm
we
loving
have
it.
to talk about it. I'm sorry, we have to talk about it. Yeah, I mean, the thing, and I went on to X and I put a post out about in the last 4 years they still play in moments, and we talk about this all the time. They wait for moments where their top players come through, which is Rashford and Bruno. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Solskjaer, Ragnick, and now Ten Hag. I don't think they've had anyone else between. Is they all play. Each one of them don't have a style or dynamic. They don't.
No,
And I find it very. I find it very difficult to accept that when I look at what Spurs are doing with those same players, pretty much. Yeah, is that they come in and there's been no switch in the way they play football. And then Gary Neville, I just look. I actually think he's a good analyst, but there are two things I hate him with: when he assesses Arsenal,
and when he assesses United,
where he goes to the Glazers. What happened when they lost RJ? Just copy and paste what he said last week or the week before about the Glazers. Everything is the Glazers' fault every fucking time. Sorry for swearing, but
it
every
can't
time.
be though.
And Roy Keane doesn't even talk about it. Roy Keane is more of a legend than you are, Gary Neville. He focuses on the performance. He assesses the games. He assesses where players have made mistakes, and that's what I want. I don't want this fanboy who talks about the Glazers and being, rah, 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 I would do this, I would do this. You have to start from the top. Even Jamie Carragher was like, look, I get it, but what is your style of football? What are you trying to do? I don't know what you're trying to do.
It's like you don't even need like a full identity. Like, for example, Spurs is a perfect example. We haven't really got an identity of them, but the main thing they want to do is play attacking football now.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Yeah.
Now, that's something. What are United trying to do? Like, what is it about their team? What are they going to be counter-attacking? Are they going to be defensive? Are they going to rely on Rashford or just get it to Højlund? What is it? I don't know what they are. Yeah. And they keep saying it's about the Glazers, but they always move their problems on every time they fix that problem. So before it wasn't they didn't buy players, they bought the players, they weren't good enough. Oh, we're not spending the right money. They spend the right money. Then it's the Glazers. The Glazers don't spend any money. They get rid of the Glazers, they bring someone else in, and then it will repeat. Oh, they keep buying on silly players. We want Mbappe next. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be nonsense. They need to get out all the rot, restart, and start with their youngers. Like, who's the most recent younger that you've seen come out and then like they've really pushed? Like, I know they've got this Hannibal player who's pretty good.
Yeah, but
they're not really pushing it.
Since
That's what I'm saying.
No one's done it since Rashford.
Since Rashford. When Rashford came on, and he came on his debut against Arsenal, he started against us and he terrorized us. I think he got 2 goals. But since Rashford, who has come through? Like Arsenal, we do it all the time. It's always been a thing that we do. You integrate them into the squad. But they're not even looking at their academy.
Yeah. I mean, Law would be celebrating right now. We're talking so much about Spurs. But look, when you bring it on the pitch with the right type of football and stuff like that, trust me, the ripple effect will go up and up and up. It exactly happened with Arsenal. Yeah. Is when we finished back-to-back 8s and our football was pretty dead, to be honest with you, is the season we finished 5th, is what do? We change our style. We set it to play great expansive football. Really start to bring our ideas on the pitch. Had that ripple effect going through our fans, through the stadium, up to the board, up to the spirit of the team. It all starts on the pitch, in my opinion. But people argue with me about that, but it really does. Because if Ten Hag goes in there, he made this ridiculous statement saying, we can never play the football we did with Ajax because we don't have those
Ajax,
players.
what is that?
Bro, you bought 4 players from there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean you can't do it?
You've had all the players that you want. You've got all the players you wanted, and yet you can't play that football. It's baffling to me. It is baffling. And then also, like Arsenal, we made sure we brought in a certain mentality. So certain players, like we had to keep a couple old players. That's why I think like El Nene plays a huge role that we don't see. But then he brought in Zinchenko, he brought in
massive.
Jesus, and even though their ability has been amazing, I don't think they're there for that alone. I think it's more their mentality to win, to have been champions.
Yeah,
and I think that's what they brought it. Jorginho as well.
Yeah,
because sometimes when you see them talking to the team, it's like, okay, this is what they're bringing.
Yeah,
this is why they're really here. Yes, okay, they're performing and we need them sometimes, but it's a means to an end, and I don't think it's going to be that deep because I do think Ivan Toney is going to make his way.
Where?
Up front.
Wow.
I do. I think it's going to get done, Because what we're missing that 25 goal striker. And that's exactly...
We're missing an option B off the bench, aren't we? What a guy to bring off the bench when our normal dynamic isn't working. What a guy to bring on.
I do not think he will be on the bench for long, bro.
Really? Oh, my God.
I think he goes a game or two on the bench, and that's it. He's starting lineup. I honestly do. I don't know who's going to suffer more. Probably mostly Havertz, maybe. But
Jesus will, innit? Because he hardly plays.
Yeah, he's always injured, man. Like he's out for a few weeks now. We thought it was only going to be. We thought it was going to be 2 or 3 weeks. Now he's out for 6 weeks.
You thought it. You were like, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. You know, when you do the high pitch, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I did think I was wrong. I
I wish you weren't. Right.
He's not fine. Okay.
Okay, on a brighter note. Current teams. So, what more to say about Drafthound? Honestly. So, the affiliate links in the description, guys. Please sign up. It's absolutely brilliant. We all use it. They've been a massive help for us. The player comparisons are just next level. That's what I've been doing with like Darwin and Alvarez, and also you've got like a manager as well, your assistant manager that gives you suggestions, and it kind of rolls with what's popular, and then you can pick players and make your own table as well of how you want to compare the FDR. But they're brilliant. I mean, before we get into the team, RJ, your thoughts on Drafthound?
Oh, I love Drafthound. I never thought I would, there's a few out there, and I've not really tried many of them. I've tried a couple, but Drafthound, the way it looks, the ease of use, it's always worked for me. And the fact that, you get the FDR on the main screen with their, expected points, the assistant manager especially giving you 3 or 4 different options for what you can do. So it could be either a straight transfer or a transfer with a hit, or 2 transfers with a hit, or a different kind of transfer with a hit. It's not just one option, and it gives you comparisons to other teams, comparisons to the top 10. As you can see, it says ownership is 26%. So compared to other teams, it's quite differential. It's not quite differential. I don't know what more I could want from it. What more could I put on there?
No.
Maybe they give us a login to have your live team on there, but you were saying that's coming in already. So yeah, I really do think it's a great tool, and I think it will help our guys a lot. Like Ray said, sign up. You can do it weekly, monthly, or you could just try out for the day or so and see how it works for you. But I guarantee it, your green arrows will continue, and you'll start to fly up the mini leagues and the overall ranks. and you'll probably just sign up for the annual sign up annually. But trust me, it's definitely a tool to have in your arsenal.
Amazing. And pun intended, the
So,
mighty Arsenal.
definitely pun intended. This is Law's team, right?
Yeah, read it out, please, sir.
Yeah, so I'm looking at he's got an expected 63 points, which is it's fairly decent. He's got Onana in goal. He's got Tarkowski, Udogi, Trippier, Gordon, Maddison, Saka, Bruno Fernandes, Son as vice captain, Ollie Watkins, and Haaland with the captain's armband. He's got Turner, Bell, Botman, and Mubama on the bench. So again, he's got no one coming in off the bench, but he's got $1 million in the bank.
Yeah,
he rolled his transfer.
I've got it. I've got the changes he's thinking. So I'll read them out.
So he's got a couple changes. What's he doing?
Yeah, so what he's looking to do is Bruno. Who's the other one? Yeah, Bruno, Udogi, and Mubama out for Walker.
Okay.
For Walker.
Great shout. Yep. Against
Adingra.
Bournemouth. Lovely.
Adingra.
Okay.
And Darwin.
Oh.
Darwin's his Liverpool
so
asset
Haaland,
now.
Watkins, and Darwin.
Yeah. So he's he's still going no Salah.
But he's trying to cover him a little bit with Darwin.
And that's why I'm a little bit surprised he's gone Walker rather than Tsimikas.
Save the money, innit? How much is Walker? He's
not. Well, no, Walker's 5.3.
He's 5.3.
He's 0.7 more expensive than Tsimikas. Yeah. I mean, I love the other two moves. Like Adingra and Darwin. Great moves.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I'm a bit surprised that because City, they got Bournemouth, Chelsea, Liverpool next. But then Liverpool will have Luton, Brentford, and Man City. So, yeah, I'm a bit surprised at that.
So he's kind of he's transitioning to a 3-4-3 because basically Bruno's becoming Darwin. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, of course...
But then he's got a bench option now.
In Gordon right now. So Gordon will start on the bench. Massive.
And then Adingra will
Gordon...
play.
Exactly. And apologies, it isn't Udogi he'd take out. It's Botman he'd take out for Kyle Walker.
Ah, okay.
So it's Udogi and Gordon are on the bench for him. And that is solid.
That is very solid. Especially with Udogi playing Chelsea. Especially we don't know which Chelsea turns up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So the expected 63% has got a high chance of going up. So yeah, that's
67.4.
Oh,
is the projected.
Nice. With the changes.
Yes, sir. But it's a -4.
Cool.
But still.
Okay. Cool.
Very nice.
Not bad law. See the changes.
Not at all. Next up is mine. So currently projected 66 points. Areola, Cash, Guehi, and Udogi. I actually really like that defense if everyone plays. Salah, Son, Adingra, Saka, Watkins, Captain Haaland, and Solanke. The bench is Turner, Burn, Taylor, and Chukwuemeka. My thoughts, RJ, at the moment are kind of two options. One is just Solanke straight to Nketiah.
Save money.
And that puts about 1.4 in my bank. The other one, if I want to get really creative, is Solanke to Darwin, but of course I'll need to make money. And the way I could literally do that is turn Burn into Lascelles.
I'd do it. That's a better shout because Lascelles is still playing.
It's a -4, but I wouldn't look to start Burn.
Exactly.
Yeah, in this game, I'm looking to mention.
And look at it's Luton as well, and the way Liverpool are playing, like it's only that one. The only thing that goes against it is just that fear of if Liverpool decide to, I don't know. I don't see it happening against Luton though. But you know how sometimes they just play a dead team and they just crumble. But the way they're playing right now, they haven't been in form like this in a long time. So look at Salah's projected points, 9.4, same as Haaland, 9.4 against Bournemouth. Darwin's is going to be high. The only thing is, a lot of people bringing Darwin in. A lot of people won't be able to do it, so it's a differential, bro.
Yeah, it's a hit for Darwin, or it's just a Solanke to Nketiah, because in the next 4 fixtures, I like Arsenal's fixtures more than Liverpool's, because Liverpool got Man City in that doing that 4.
Okay, Ray, I know you don't like this.
No, please.
But as an option, no, in general, I know you don't like this part of it. I definitely know you don't. But it's a shout because you take the hit, you bring in Darwin.
Yep.
You reap the benefits against Luton. If you want, maybe play him against Brentford, or play that game, remove him for Nketiah afterwards, and then reap the benefits of Nketiah against Burnley. But it's just booking in a transfer. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but my rank is poor, so it's at some point I need to do these kind of things, and I don't mind taking a -4 if it makes sense in the long term. I really don't.
But then even the next week, it wouldn't really be on a -4. You literally be doing Darwin to Nketiah. You have loads of money in the bank, and you could probably upgrade one of your defenders there as well if you wanted to take another hit. But I don't see the point taking another hit. But you'd be good the week after because you'll have maybe 2 million in the bank.
And Arsenal will be playing
Burnley
by that time,
and then Brentford afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if we're planning ahead, I like them. I like your idea actually. I think it's one of those 2 options, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
There's all other kind of stuff I could do. I could literally do Solanke to Nketiah, and I could look to do Udogie to Tsimikas. It's a -4, but I think Tsimikas could be brilliant against Luton.
Yeah, but then you got that Man City problem later on,
and that's where I need to rely on my bench.
Then you will have to worry about Burn against Chelsea. See, this is why you gotta have Draft Town. You see that we're looking at all the fixtures. You can plan your transfer. Look, it's like, oh, we change this. It's like that. You change it. It's there. It's right there. It's brilliant.
It's there, guys. And your assistant manager will help you as well. But
yeah, and this is like one of the smallest features as well. Just having the FDR underneath it. Anyway,
you're not even scratching the surface, guys. And this is on the app, by the way. The app does this. Yeah, a lot of other ones, you got to get onto their main site to really get the benefits. You can get all of this on the app, so we can't drive it anymore. But that's
we will continue to. But yeah,
but we shall. Right, talk to me. So you told me something. You said you already made a transfer, so please go through your team.
As you can see,
your change.
Hwang is already in my squad already. 5.5 million now. So I got him when he was 5.4. So I did it very early. So I know it says it's a -1 up there, but I've got 0 in the bank. 70.7 expected points. I've got another free transfer. It could be a minus, but the only thing I'm thinking about. Let me read
your team first. Yeah.
I've got Johnson in goal against Burnley. I've got Cash against Nottingham Forest, Lascelles against Arsenal, Saliba against Newcastle, Diogo Jota against Luton, Son against Chelsea, Saka against Newcastle, Salah against Luton, Hwang against Sheffield United, which I'm excited for, Alvarez against Bournemouth, and Haaland against Bournemouth. Haaland has the captaincy armband, and Salah is vice captain. Morris is my first sub. Now, I don't like that I've got both defenders, Arsenal and Newcastle, starting, but I mean, you can't really do much about it. You got to play some of these games, isn't it? So I'm going to leave that as it is. In my mind, I want to bring in Nketiah for Morris, but I might get priced out now because of I think Morris has gone down to 5.4, so I might get priced out of that. But the only other move I would make is Diogo Jota to somebody, but I don't think it's worth it. So I'm just gonna.
I agree with you.
Leave it as that. I'm happy with this team. Yeah, the only thing I would do is is Morris and Nketiah, and I probably wouldn't even play Nketiah.
No, I was about to say that. I was literally about to say that. Was Huang Hee-chan kind of, was it like almost a no-brainer for you? That was the player you're going to do. Was anyone else in your mind?
I couldn't stand Anderson.
I was thinking maybe
Anderson
a Dingra.
was killing me.
Of
Yes,
course.
but the Sheffield United was just too tempting. Because of his form, it was too tempting. The Sheffield United was too tempting. But yeah, I wanted to get him in, and I just really wanted to get rid of Anderson. Anderson was doing nothing for me, and he was getting cheaper and cheaper. So yeah, I think the one transfer, I'll probably do the two transfers, and yeah, I think I'll be well set up for the next following games. Go on.
I have an idea for you actually, that if you do that, you could actually do what you kind of suggested to me in regards to do a little hop on, hop off, because you got that extra transfer. What you could do next week is you could do Morris and Chan to Adingra and Nketiah, and now you have 8 attackers. You have the money.
Nketiah and Adingra. Because Huang plays Tottenham. Yeah.
Yeah. And then and that segues into the point we were making earlier, but I'd like for us to talk it a bit further, is that Man City obviously got the blank happening as well in December, as you Brentford, and we are going to want our squad to compensate not only the Man City blankers, so hopefully you don't have to sell them because you're going to want to bring them back, but also because of the isolation of all the games, we are going to need our 15 players. I even mean goalkeepers. I think we're going to need more. Yeah, so
even if
players like Gusto Cabore, they need to be out by then. When I look at your team,
I can't believe Gusto's not playing no more.
Yeah, and it's a red there as well. Is he injured?
I think he was injured, but he's fine now because he was on the bench against us.
Yes, but our game was ages ago.
2 weeks.
Yeah, but Reece James played.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, Reece James played. Yeah, bloody hell. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you're right.
What year is this?
It's true, isn't it? But yeah, I think 70 points. Projected points. I think that's pretty decent for only having without taking a hit in this game week. Because even if I do bring in transfer. Yeah, even if I do bring in Nketiah this week and don't play him, I can still do what you said next week and just swap Huang for a Dingra and then still no hit.
Yeah, but there's no point bringing in Nketiah if you're not going to play him.
I know.
And you won't.
Yeah, over who?
Over who?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's me. So I'm happy. I'm good with that.
As you should be, my man. You're doing very well.
Yeah, man. I need more. Oh, yes. Lovely.
And now
community
we got
questions.
Community questions. So we've got 2 this week. So we've got it from Roberto, our man Roberto, and we also have it with Mrs. RJ as well. So
Mrs. RJ.
From Aish as well, who's actually a fan of the show as well. I imagine that's why she did so well. She did everything that we didn't do last season,
but we said we should do, and then she killed it. Couple of her own free transfers in there as well. She smashed it. All right, so Roberto Hollis 9, our guy, selling Trippier this week to afford Saka next week. Have 2 free transfers. Trippier to Guehi. Roll over. Thoughts? Can do Anderson, but only 0.3 in the bank for game week 12 and 13. Game week 12, Maddison to Saka and Gordon to Mitoma for 2 frees. Who to start bench in game week 11 between Gabriel, Burn, Taylor, and Gordon? So a couple questions there. Ray, you want to get started on that?
Yeah, so selling Trippier, I think is popular, if anything, to start to open up and try and get eventually 8 attackers, which we were talking about earlier. I do like the Guehi one. I have Guehi. I bought him in a wild card. He's been brilliant for me, and at 4.5 million, their fixtures are so good on paper. They got Burnley, Everton in the next 2 are just on paper, and Fulham. On paper, those are great fixtures. I love that, and then roll the other. But this is the thing about it as well. You know what's going to happen in game week 12. I would have never spoken about Nketiah if he didn't bang like he did. So, make that one transfer. You're bringing in, you now got money in the bank. A bit like yourself, you're going to be rolling a second transfer into game week 12. And then at that point, you might want to keep Maddison because at the moment, Tottenham look so good right now that you might be in a position where you're like, you know what, I want to keep Maddison. I want to keep Son. Maybe I can get creative in regards to bringing in Saka. And RJ, if Saka's not playing well, Nketiah could be enough, at least initially.
Yeah.
Big shout, though. I know that's
yeah. Massive shout.
What do you think?
But I'm in two minds about this Guehi shout. I know everyone's got him and he's been playing well, but Palace haven't been playing well. And because it's Trippier's been playing on a different level.
I'd rather have Tsimikas. Sorry, sorry to interrupt you. I'd rather have Tsimikas. He doesn't have Tsimikas.
At 4.4.
Yeah, I'd rather get Trippier to
Well,
Tsimikas.
4.5, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. But Trippier to Tsimikas.
Yeah, Tsimikas makes it makes more sense. Liverpool, their fixtures aren't the best. Liverpool, United, their fixtures are pretty decent actually. Luton, Brentford, City, Fulham, Sheffield United, Crystal Palace, United. As opposed to Palace, who've got a very good run. Burnley, Everton, Luton, West Ham, Bournemouth, and then Liverpool City.
Yeah, it's just Tsimikas as the attacking threat. That's the thing for me.
Yeah, Guehi doesn't.
And in that Man City game, you'll bench him, isn't it, and play someone else. That's what I think.
Yeah, maybe, I agree with Ray. Trippier to Tsimikas. You've only got Salah as well, so you don't have to worry about being not having too many Liverpool players. It might make more sense. And also it spreads your team a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, good luck, Roberto. I'm sure you'll let us know how it went. And
whoa, we're not done. Game week 12, Maddison to Saka and Gordon to Matoma for 2 frees. Who to start? Bench in game week 11 between Gabriel, Burn, Taylor, and Gordon. Don't bench Gordon. You want
play 3 at the back.
There's gonna be goals in this game. If I could avoid having Lascelles and Saliba starting, I would. So yeah, definitely start Gordon. Can you start Taylor? Is that a bit rude? Is it rude to start Taylor and bench Gabriel and Burn? Is that rude? Is that rude?
Yeah. No, I think Taylor is a good. Yeah.
Because Taylor's got Palace. It's just all right.
You know what?
Gabriel's got the goal. Gabriel's got a goal threat. Burn doesn't.
And he'll definitely play. He'll definitely play in this game. Gabriel, definitely.
It's a toss-up.
I'd rather start Taylor, even with my team as well. I think I'll make Taylor my first bench, not Burn.
Yeah. And also, let's just see. Wait up with what your gut goes with too. You always have to go with your gut as well. But yeah, I just don't think there's going to be goals in this game, and I just don't think you should start Gabriel or Burn. But then they'll end up 0-0. And then with the screenshot, he hasn't started. Yeah. So I prefer what he's done with his screenshot. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, so on his screenshot, he's got Areola, Guehi, Taylor, Cash, Hwang, Gordon, Son, Maddison, Salah, Watkins, and Haaland. Yeah, that's what I prefer. I'd switch Gabriel with Burn on your subs list. Yeah, perfect.
Bench order. Yep, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Madison to Saka and Gordon to Matoma.
No, but again, I can't comment on this because it's just all moving so fast right now. If Darwin bangs, he's going to want Darwin in.
Yeah. And Saka definitely has the better games, and Saka's only blanked once. It's just, you got Son as well. He's got Son as well. So yeah,
his team's brilliant. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, his wild card. I'll say it again. He got 97 points. So yeah, I like it. Roberto.
Brilliant.
Safe, man. Keep the questions coming, man. Love it.
Yeah, Roberto, as always. I mean,
visuals.
Really. Yeah, you've been a massive proponent of our pod, and really appreciate you, man. I've met the guy as well. He's just a lovely guy. I've actually
we're gonna get him on the pod, man. We got to get him on the pod as well, man.
And he will join. He will join.
Yeah,
he will definitely join.
Let's
but
get him
he's
on.
a fantastic guy. But brilliant. Let's go to the next one from Aish. When is the best time
Yeah.
to wildcard?
She knows I
Personally,
don't know.
I'd say
It's a hard one.
I always like
Because
to
for me, yeah, go
wildcard
on.
during an international break.
It's the same. That's exactly what I was going for.
So I would have said 13 because then you're setting up December's madness with 15 playing players. That's what I would do.
That's what I'm doing. That was my original plan. The only thing is, I have to make sure I take into account the blank that will be following. So I have to make sure I build a team that will be able to play, or my transfers from then, my free transfers from then on, will be able to get in and out the City players that I don't want to keep, or not leave too many blanks in my team for that blank game week. So yeah,
if you wildcarded 13, would you still have more than just Haaland, Man City?
I don't think I'll have Alvarez, because I think Alvarez is easy to get to, so I won't have Alvarez anymore. Alvarez is most likely 1000% going to turn into Watkins, because by 13, 13 they've got Tottenham, then they've got Bournemouth. So after that they got Man City and Arsenal.
Tottenham,
but again, he's not the worst shot. Or even better, he's most likely going to become Wilson. Actually, looking at Newcastle's fixtures, because from 13 they have Chelsea, Man United, Everton, Tottenham, Fulham. It's a no-brainer, to be honest. If I don't,
I mean, from 12, isn't it? You could go from Alvarez to Wilson with back-to-back Bournemouth games. So you got
he used to play against them. I see him scoring a hat trick, raising his hand every single time to apologize. But yeah, I think that's what suits, because I've been able to ride out this team without using my wild card because of the differential picks, but it's only going to come to a point soon that you're going to need it, and I don't want to leave it right to the end of the year, which I think that's what Law's doing.
That would be the only other option. You do it in game week 20 or 19.
Do it right at the end, but then you're expecting it to do well for a very long time, and then when you need your second one, is it going to be too far ahead to plan your doubles and stuff? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I think the international break is the best one, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's no other key moment, I don't think.
I agree. I agree. Well, brilliant questions. RJ.
So?
Another good pod.
As always, man. It's always a pleasure. So are we all wrapped up now? Are you set for game week 11?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Pretty much. It's one of those two. It's Nketiah or Darwin. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Gonna go to the wire. And are you pretty set? Yeah, you just roll the other transfer right now.
I'm probably gonna bring in Nketiah.
You don't have the money. I don't think you got the money. Nketiah is 5.5 and Morris is 5.4.
I'm sure I had more money in the bank. I feel like I did. I feel like I had 1.1 and then it didn't register on draft time because of the time I did it. So I think I'll be bang on.
Why would you bring him in if you're not going to start him?
We are wrapping
I want to know.
We are wrapping up.
You come up with these ridiculous things, and when I challenge you, you shoot me down.
I don't always shoot you down. You asked me about Haaland captain.
You don't. I
you asked me about Haaland captain, and I told you. Yeah.
Told you.
You didn't believe me. Yeah, the pounder. Yeah. Anyway.
So can you actually afford him, Nketiah? Can you do it? Can you afford him?
I think I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Boom.
I'm gonna do it right now.
No. Guys, we're getting a live transfer.
It's done. It's done.
He is bought in Nketiah to bench versus Newcastle.
Yeah, flex. Anyway, guys, that's us for this week. Next week, Lord should be back with us. But if you want to catch us on X in the meantime, my handle is right here @_only1 RJ.
And I'm at Ray_Cure. You can, of course, email us only one bonus point at gmail.com. Mini league code, RJ?
Oscar Charlie 3 Bravo Kilo. Yeah.
Wonderful. And of course,
I think that's right,
we've got
yeah.
to shout out Law as well at only1_law with number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully this time next week, another green arrows for us, another Arsenal win, Tottenham losing, Arsenal top of the table. Things are how they should be.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
Amen.
Normality restored. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
But yes, for now, we've been your hosts. My name is RJ.
And my name is Ray.
Thanks everyone for listening. And we will catch you on the next one. Peace!
Peace!